2 years ago, France. Eric Debard, who was part of that gold medal winning combination, is the start driver for this 1 hour GT race, at the end of which 3 medals will be awarded. So the drone hovers over the grid as now the cars are released, and the Mercedes-AMG pace car, as it is, accelerates off down towards turn 1, and a last chance to get some warmth into the Pirelli tyres.
Yeah, no tyre ovens allowed. It's quite rare in GT3 world now not to be using any device to warm the tyres, so these drivers really have to work it hard. Then on the other end of the scale, there's a tyre pressure that the cars can't be below, so you want to get that as low as possible, because as the race goes on, the tyre pressure creeps up and it can go outside of its operating window quite easily.
United Kingdom on pole position, James Cottingham the driver. For Germany, on the outside of the front row, it is Hubert Haupt. On the second row of the grid, you will find Switzerland, Dexter Müller starts, and for Spain, it is Fernando Navarrete alongside. Then, Lithuania, Arūnas Gečauskas is the starting driver, and for Ukraine, Konstantin Gutsul goes first. And a spin for Qatar. I'll come to them in a moment, because on the fourth row, China represented by Yaqi Zhang, and for France, it is Eric Debard. The spinning Qatar driver, Ibrahim Ali Abdul Ghani, and for Chinese Taipei, it is Kuo Kin Ho. Then you've got Japan's Kai Nakanishi and Malaysia's Selim Rafiq to round out the grid. Now, Qatar should stay at the back of the grid because everybody had gone past the Porsche. In theory, therefore, it should start on the back of the grid, effectively its own row, rather than trying to retake the grid position. And looking into the distance, it's, I fear, doing the overtaking. So that should be a slap on the wrist at the very least for Qatar, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I think you can even see him flashing the headlights, trying to get his position back. But you're quite right, as soon as you drop to the back of the field, that is the position you must start in. So already a question for race control there before the lights have even been turned off and to green.
So the Qatar Porsche, it may be possible to communicate via the message lines to say to the team to tell the driver start at the back. It may not be possible, and it may be decided that no, you've already committed the offence, so a penalty must come. We'll find out. The Qatar Porsche is absolutely immaculate. The colour scheme of the purple and the grey works so well on that. But up front, it is the red, white and blue of the UK taking on the black, red and yellow colours of Germany. And now they start to get themselves in that 2x2 Noah's Ark formation, ready for the rolling start. The pace car, as it is, will bail at the end of turn 14. Chinese Taipei Mercedes then rumbles into position on the outside look of Qatar's Porsche. Up they come to turn 14. For the nations, it is United Kingdom and Germany on the front row. For the brands, it is Ferrari and Mercedes. For the drivers, it is James Cottingham and Hubert Haupt. And the French Audi, a little bit out of position in the middle of the road. That doesn't always go down well with race control. The lights on red on the gantry are about to change, and the medal-defining race for GT is go. Could get away by the Ferrari, and so for United Kingdom, James Cottingham tries to out-drag Germany. Hubert Haupt on the outside line tries to level with him into the braking zone, but Hubert Haupt can't get the race lead. So UK, Germany, 1 and 2 as they sweep around turn 1. 1 and 2 run out wide, including Spain, including France. Germany to the inside for the race lead up at turn 2. And Germany tries to elbow up on the inside. Bit of contact between the two. Germany through. Hubert Haupt takes over the race lead, and that was a determined and a committed first couple of corners.
Great move from Germany there as we see Spain down the inside of the Ukraine. Interesting start from France, looked really aggressive. When the lights went out, they went nowhere. I think Chinese Taipei actually got a little contact on the rear because they expected the French car to go sooner than it did. In fact, China running a little bit wide now behind that French Audi, but great move from Germany to take the lead over the United Kingdom.
Black and orange flags are being given to China and France. Now, that's normally a mechanical warning flag. So what that's all about on the first lap of the race, we'll try to research. It is black and orange rather than black and white, according to the message line. However, the leaders are coming up already out of turn number 11, and it is Germany in the lead as Switzerland goes a little bit wide there. Dexter Müller at the wheel of the Swiss Mercedes, and that brings Spain in the black and yellow and red Audi closer to the mix as they come now up towards turn 12. That's France versus China, and France just ahead of the moment. As for Germany, Hubert Haupt tries to build the lead on this opening lap.
Yeah, I can't see why they're getting a mechanical flag. Cars look okay, no smoke coming out the back, so have to see how that one plans out for them, both on the same sort of part of the track, but I can't see any logic there as we see the headlight flash from Spain on Switzerland. Looks like they've got some good pace. Pace is good for Germany. You can see the car twitch under braking tyres, still coming up to temperature. Remember, Spain looking for the cutback. Can they get the run on Switzerland into turn 2? Great overtaking opportunity. Looking to the inside. Doesn't look like it's got speed, but Switzerland a little bit wide, then closes the door. Going to be side by side on exit potentially. Snap of oversteer wheels, windscreen wiper going. That's the button on the steering wheel when the driver has a moment, can just catch that. So when he gets a chance, Navarrete will give that a flick to turn it off. Don't be fearful, there is no rain forecast for the next hour.
That's good news. Navarrete there, set gear. He'll grab third in a moment, and eventually, when he has a moment to breathe, he'll turn off the wiper. Then you've got Ukraine, Lithuania, France, China, Chinese Taipei behind it. This long, long line of cars. Germany leading the way. 9/10 of a second was the margin. The top two escaping, but it's almost everybody else for third, isn't it? And look at this fight. China on the tail of France. Eric Debard for France. It is Yaqi Zhang for China. And the two of them together being reeled in again by Chinese Taipei's Guo Xin-ho next up in the queue.
Yeah, still can't see any reason why they'd be getting the meatball flag at the moment, so they've just got to keep racing. Maybe the teams will go up and ask what the problem is. Spain looking to the inside, not really an overtaking opportunity, but a good chance to distract the car in front. Actually, Spain hit the apex curb and potentially lost more than they could have gained there. United Kingdom still 8/10 behind Germany, so not losing too much. Go on board with Spain, so close. Going to be hard to get a run out of the last corner. Look at these cars all grouping together. Who's got the top speed? We saw the Audi earlier really fast at the end of the straight, especially when Switzerland was stuck behind China in their Audi. China with that car on the far right, trying to get down the inside of France. They're still staying in the same position. Chinese Taipei having a much better showing so far at the start of this race.
To the inside line, Spain on Switzerland. Through for third place goes Spain. Switzerland tries to brave it out on the outside, but a really good pass by Spain. Through on the inside line goes Fernando Navarrete, and Switzerland drops down to fourth place. That Audi is flying, and Navarrete for Spain has got better and better and better every time we've seen him in the car.
Yeah, what can he do now? Can he close this gap and try and make it a three-car battle for the lead? But he's now promoted himself into the bronze position. Can he get a better colour than that? Looking at Ukraine, much stronger start to the race as well. At the end of that stint, we saw that car good sort of drop off the pace, but now looking good. But it is under attack from Lithuania from behind, and then to the inside for the Audi from France as well. We've got a real Audi battle pack here, haven't we? 4 different nations, all in the same car with 4 rings on the front.
Interesting, isn't it? Although the Audi R8 isn't really one of the favoured championship winning brands these days, it is still great for this type of racing where you can put customers into the car, but the teams have a wealth of knowledge of how to run it. It's user friendly. For an event like this, it is absolutely great. There is in China, or there used to be, the Audi R8 Cup. We've got an unofficial version of it here, look, in Europe, because the 4 of them, as Joe rightly says, are all together in a line. Diving now down towards turn 14. So riding on board with Lithuania. Up front, Germany extending the margin to 9/10 of a second and having also done the fastest lap of the race. But Ukraine about to lose a position possibly here. This is the run down towards turn 1, and the fight for 5th is going to stay just Ukraine's way, but up at turn 2 it could change again.
Tiny bit of contact, but racing instant so far. Still got the inside though, Lithuania to the inside, dives really well. Bit more contact, forces Ukraine out, a bit more robust that time, but I still think it's on the caution side of fair. We will see what race control say. What's Lithuania got pace-wise? Ukraine need to settle. They need to stop the run. They need to stop France getting through there. We still have no more information on those black and orange flags, sorry, for both France and China. So we'll just keep playing for now. The gap at the front staying the same. They are pulling away from Spain ever so slightly as well. So at the moment it is a 2-horse race for gold in this race.
And James Cottingham is doing purple sectors on this lap as he tries to close the lead gap there. France on the tail of Ukraine, fending off China, fending off Chinese Taipei. So that 4-way battle pack dropping down the hill now. Up front, it remains Germany ahead of United Kingdom. Hubert Haupt ahead of James Cottingham. A little bit wide goes Ukraine. France gets up the inside. Eric Dabar, the driver for France, but he couldn't really capitalise on that and wasn't able to get properly alongside. So he slots back in for turn 12. And Ukraine, with a better exit, just stretches the margin again.
Yeah, but look how much Lithuania have pulled away. 1.5 seconds in under a lap already, and they're on the back of Switzerland. Dexter Muller now has another car to contend with, another Audi, and it looks like Lithuania have got the run on him at the moment. We saw the job done well by Spain. Very efficient overtake. Doesn't look like we've got enough speed riding on board at the moment with Lithuania. Look at the speed and the time we've been gaining to the inside. Is there enough room just up on the curb? Very fair from both drivers. As we see some contact in the back, China to the inside. I would guess that's France somewhere because they seem to be missing.
And Chinese Taipei delayed as well. France has been delayed, but I think China is in the gravel on the inside there. Yellow flags obviously at turn 1. China is in the gravel, but not for much longer, because fair play to Yaki Zhang. He's dug himself out, so the race will continue. There'll be a bit of gravel on the road for a lap or two, but sadly that's broken up what was a really good battle.
Yeah, really good. It'll be interesting to see where they were. China were behind France, so I'd assume China's dived to the inside to try and overtake France. Contact, and both have gone different ways on the apex of turn 1.
Not only is the Lithuania Audi flying, it's also now moved up past Switzerland as well. So Switzerland, Dexter Muller